and walked up to these two monks and said, "It is not the flag that is moving. It is not the wind that is moving. It is your mind that is moving." Hello everybody, how are you all doing? Well, today's Wednesday, it's hiking day, but today's going to be different than most days that I hike. First, I have to go to Santa Cruz and pick up something for Kendra. Now, I did this in my last video, and I believe it's some kind of camping device. So I figured that since I'm going to be in the Santa Cruz area, that I probably should hike around there. So I believe I found a spot to hike. What's going to make this trip even more interesting is I got a coupon gift to stay the night in Santa Cruz. Now, this hasn't happened in a long time, but I'm going to take advantage of this. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen after the hike. As usual, we'll figure this all out. Kendra just took the kids to school. I have to put gas in the car. If you want to see what happens, come follow me. Okay, we got some gas. We got a 44-minute trip to Santa Cruz to pick up this item. So let's get on with this. Okay, I believe we made it. I think the house is a couple houses down. So I'm going to go pick up the goods and we'll continue on the journey. Okay, so we got the goods. This is called a jet boil. Kendra's been creating a backpacking camping system for us, and we're buying everything used to save some money. So that's why I'm here picking up this device. Actually where I'm staying tonight is very close to here. If If you watch my videos, you know Santa Cruz pretty well. I can see the ocean from here actually. But it's a little early to check in and get settled, so that's why I'm going to go on a hike right now. It's about 10 minutes away. I can't remember the name right at this moment, but we'll find out as soon as we get there. Coyote activity has been observed in this area. That could be interesting. Okay, well, this is where we are. Pogonip? Not sure if that's how you say that. Let's see. It looks like this is out and back kind of trail. I guess there's a loop. We'll find out. Little retreat hut here. Be very good for a solo retreat. Wonder where this water leads to. little fishies. And what do we have here? Hey Buddha, give us some teaching. Thank you very much for your teaching. Must be amazing to live in the city of Santa Cruz and be about 10 minutes away from a place this beautiful. Very happy to be here today. I've been thinking lately about Zen stories, how important they are in the Zen tradition. And when I'm thinking about Zen stories, a lot of Zen stories pop up that have really affected my life. I think when I first started practicing, when I heard Zen stories, they inspired me to practice. They brought curiosity in my life that I wanted to explore. I think later, especially after becoming a teacher, the stories, my relationship to Zen stories have changed. Usually I'll use Zen stories to connect with someone I'm talking to. Maybe they had some experience or they're asking some kind of question. And rather than just giving some kind of answer, straight ahead answer, I use stories to kind of connect to their experience, but also to give some teaching. I want to share with you 3 Zen stories that really made an impact on my life. Now, there's a lot of stories that I have found very valuable. But I was thinking about stories that inspired me to practice Zen meditation and also gave me a direction of why practice Zen meditation. The first story I want to share was something I actually read in a book. So before I started practicing Zen, I was studying about Buddhism, the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, attachment, enlightenment, learning about all of these ideas and teachings. And so this friend gave me a book, and the book was by Thupten Chodron. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the book was called Open Heart, Clear Mind. If you have a chance, check it out. I highly recommend it. In this book, Thupten Chodron was telling a Zen story that she found very valuable. And it's about Hui Nain, who was the 6th ancestor of Zen. So one day, there were 2 monks arguing over a flag. One monk said the flag was moving. The other monk said, no, that's not true. It's the wind that is moving. And they were going back and forth, arguing their point. And the sixth ancestor, Huineng, came up and heard this argument and walked up to these two monks and said, "It is not the flag that is moving. It is not the wind that is moving. It is your mind that is moving." When I first heard this, it really hit my mind because the Buddhist teaching I was reading didn't have anything like this. Something that really sparked curiosity and wonder and kind of inspired me to investigate this. Well, if it's not the wind, it's not the flag, it's mine that's moving. And what is this mind? I want to learn about that. The next story I want to share is from a very important Korean Zen teacher named Won Hyo. Now, if you get a chance, go look him up. He was very important in Korean Buddhism. But before he became a great teacher, Won Hyo lived in Korea and heard about the great Zen masters in China, so decided to travel from Korea to China by walking. So he went with a friend, and they did this very long journey. And there was one day where a big storm appeared, and it started to rain. So it was getting dark as well, so Won Hyo and his friend decided to stay the night in a cave to have some shelter from the storm. So they got into the shelter, and it was getting really late at night, and they fell asleep. And in the middle of the night, Won Hyo woke up, and he was very thirsty from all of that traveling. So he was looking around for water. And it was pitch black. It was a new moon, so he couldn't see anything. So he's looking around to see if there was anything to drink. And he found a container. And he put his finger in it and knew that it was water. So he picked up this container and he drank it. And he was so refreshed that he was able to sleep through the night. The next morning, Won Hyo woke up and he looked down by where he was sleeping and saw this container that he used to drink this water. And what he realized was it wasn't a container, it was a human skull. And this skull still had flesh, and there was like maggots all in the skull, and the water was very dirty and polluted. And once he saw this, he threw up. And when he threw up, his mind opened up. What he realized was that mind makes everything. When he was drinking the water, it was very wonderful, very pleasant. He was very refreshed. And then when he realized that this water was in this human skull, he thought it was very disgusting. When I first heard the story, I was looking at my own life and all of the things that I made wonderful, and looking at all of the things that I made that were disgusting. And it made me even more curious. What is this mind that makes all of these things? And is there an experience that doesn't have this mind? So that even led me deeper into Zen practice. The third story is about the seventh ancestor, Huizhang, and his student Matsu, who also later became a great teacher. One day, Matsu was sitting in the meditation hall, and Huizhang went up to Matsu and said, "What are you doing?" And Matsu replied, "I'm sitting here in meditation, trying to become Buddha." Huizhang didn't really say anything, he just walked away. And Matsu continued his Zen meditation. Huizhang was in the distance, and he picked up a brick and started rubbing it against a rock, making a very loud noise. And Matsu's trying to sit meditation, but it's really distracting him, this loud sound. So he looks at Huizhang and says, "What are you doing over there?" And Huizhang said, "Oh, I'm making a mirror." And Matsu said, "You can't make a mirror by rubbing a brick against a rock." And Huizhang said, "You can't become Buddha by sitting Zen meditation." And Matsu had a realization. I first heard this story on my first 3-day retreat, and I was practicing already for a couple months, and I really wanted something out of meditation. And when I heard this story, I was able to relax a little bit about kind of wanting some kind of experience. What it helped me realize is, oh, we are already enlightened. So we're not sitting Zen meditation to get enlightenment. We're realizing something that we already have. Those are the 3 Zen stories that made a really big impact on my life when I first started practicing Zen. I would like to know, what is your favorite Zen story? Let me know down in the comments. I have a little bit left on this hike. I did see that there is a loop to go back to the car. I also have to go get lunch, then check into the place where I'm staying tonight, maybe even watch the sunset. If any of that sounds interesting to you, let's continue the journey. Not sure what this place is. Looks like those are doors. I don't know what that is. Let's see if this sign says anything. Lime kilns. How is lime produced? Lime was made by heating limestone to over 1,640 degrees Fahrenheit, which removes the carbon dioxide from the rock. So it looks like they used to process that here. My guess is past those screen doors is where they put the firewood to heat up the limestone. This is very interesting. My tripod broke right where it holds the camera. And at the same time, this little lens came out of my glasses. To make things even more interesting, I just lost a little tiny screw that holds in my lens. So it's time to get looking. This is what I call a real adventure. What's next? Okay, so we solved that problem. I solved the tripod problem by holding the camera with my hand, old school style. I think it's time to get going. You know, it's very interesting. Earlier I mentioned about how our mind makes everything. So as I was looking for the screw, I was looking in the dirt, spending about 10 minutes looking around. And going through my head is, I'm never going to find this. I'm never going to find this. And it really gets in the way of other opportunities. So once I let that go, this idea came up in my head. Let me check my pocket. So of course I checked my pocket and the little tiny screw was in my pocket. Another funny thing is when I first started this trail, I thought, what happens if a screw comes out of my glasses? Some things we just can't explain. I have to say, I've never seen that before. We're not lost. No, 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 no. Now that is a view. The ocean is way over there. Oh, yes, found the car. I knew I wasn't lost. Okay, I think it's time to find something to eat. So the journey continues. Okay, I think we made it to our lunch destination. Guess what I brought? Another tripod. Before I left the house today, I thought I should probably bring another tripod. Very interesting, yeah? El Palomar. I think this is where I'm ending up. Tacos, enchiladas. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. Sopas, enchiladas, tacos, burritos. Looks a little bit pricey, but it's pretty rare that I do this, so
food blog?
Overall vlog, Santa Cruz and things like that.
But are you eating and
I'm going to, yeah.
I'm a chef.
Oh, wow.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
Great.
I work for Food Network. I just retired.
Oh, really?
Dinner Impossible restaurant Impossible.
Really? That's
Yeah.
really cool.
They all know
Oh,
me
that's
here.
exciting.
Yeah, I'm half Filipino and African American.
Awesome.
I do different dishes. I'm very proud of you. That is very good. You got to know your food, man.
Totally.
Taste. And
Yeah.
it helps us, if somebody's watching your video, where to go and where not to go.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hit and misses. Yeah, my name's Richard.
Jason.
Yeah. God bless you, Jay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Enjoy it. Let
All
me
right.
know how you take.
All right, awesome. So that was very interesting. The man I was just talking to used to work for Food Network on a couple of shows. He asked me if I was doing a food blog, and I said, well, not really. And he said, oh, I highly encourage you to review the food. So I guess that's what I'll do. So anyways, cheers, everyone. He did tell me that these chips here were kind of stored in the back in piles, so I'm not expecting them to be that fresh. Let me just try it without the salsa. You can tell they're not homemade, but I'm going to dip it in the salsa here. I usually don't do food reviews, so my philosophy is, when hungry, eat, then use that energy to help this world. Wow, this is a big burrito. I'm not sure how to attack this thing. I guess I'm gonna have to use a knife and fork? Well, I have to say that I can make a much better burrito than this for the fraction of the cost. But maybe for these high prices, it goes back to the workers here. I'm not sure about that. But I'm thinking of a temple rule that we read before the retreats in the Quantum School of Zen. And it says, even though you may eat good food all of your life, soon your body will die. Okay, I'm going to shut off this camera. I'm getting a lot of attention in this restaurant. Already 3 people have approached me asking me what I'm doing. I just gave someone my YouTube channel, so I'm going to shut off the camera, eat lunch, and I'll get back with you pretty soon. Okay, lunch is done. I was able to get some footage from today and put it on the hard drive. I'm going to go to the place where I'm staying tonight and see if I can check in early. So let's see if I'm able to do that. Okay, it looks like we arrived. Let's see if I can check in here. Okay, well, that is our view for this evening. That's not bad at all, especially for a coupon gift. So I'm gonna go find my room and see what it's like. All right, this is it. Looks like we have a little balcony here, which is quite nice that I can see the ocean. A lot of construction going on next door, but that just adds to the whole wonderful experience. All right, I'll check in with you very soon. Does this place look familiar?